Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody going this morning? Thank you for joining us and trading with us live. We are a few minutes away from the open. We're about 3 minutes away from the open. Let's kind of just run down a few things in today's marketplace. Right now, the market is, well, at the time of my writing, the Nasdaq was down, now it's positive. The Russell was down, now it's positive. The Dow Jones is down 16 points, and the S&P 500 is down 3 points. So looks like a pretty even open from yesterday. A couple of big news. Um, Zoom Zoom is down about 1% right now in the marketplace. They did a stock offering, but Jim Cramer says he's very positive on Zoom. So let's see what that entails today. As of right now, Target reported earnings today, so no surprise here. They smashed earnings. I knew that because my wife spends a lot of money at Target. So let's see what exactly happened today. Right before I sent out my uh, post, right after I sent out my post, I got an alert saying that Intel's CEO has stepped down, and the stock price actually popped from there. It's up about 8% right now. So we're gonna keep an eye on it. We may do some type of play on Intel. My assumption is that well, I don't have any assumptions on anything, but the story about Intel is that Intel has kind of been they've been left behind in this whole since this whole pandemic. NUVIA has gone up almost 100%, more than 100%, I think, this year. AMD, so all the processors is a strong market, except for Intel. They've been the laggard in the group. So, and here's the opening bell. Uh, let's see where we are right now as far as the market goes. Um, Let me go ahead and take a look at Tesla right now. Uh, so all the let's see here. The market seems pretty evenly flat right now. Um, the big news too is also the uh, the impeachment is supposed to be happening sometime today. They're gonna vote on it. I don't think it's not big news in my opinion. He is he is President Trump is on his way out. So what are they doing in impeaching him today? It doesn't do anything in my opinion. It's a whole lot of nothing if you ask me. So, um, but I'm not I'm not a politician, so let them do what they need to do. Uh, so I'm gonna just go ahead and sell an 800 920 strangle right now. Let's see if I get filled on it. Just gonna leave that in there for the time being, and then let me. Oh, I got filled right away. Very very rarely happens. Um, I'm gonna put a closing order for $9. See if I get filled on that. Um, That'll bring me $660. So let's see here. I wanted to do a FUBU play today. Let me take a look at what we're looking at Boo. Boo's up. They had a big move up yesterday. Let's see here. Markets are a little bit wide. Up to here. 54. Yeah. Let's see. What we're looking to do. I'm going to do a strangle right now on Tesla in my other account because I got to do that today. I do that same. I did a 800, 920, right? 925. I'll do. I just got filled on that, 1105. Let me layer in another. Layer in another 4. All right, I got some more strangles in there, so I'm gonna watch this for the time being. Take a look at lemonade. Lemonade's up 5.5%. Like, who would have thought? Let's see here. Any play? Let me see if I can put a play on Neo right now. Let's see here. Neo. I can do 59. Let me see here. 59 is going to be on my put side, and let's see, 70. Get a dollar. Get 20 of these. Can I do 20? Try to do 18. See if I got filled at 99 cents on this. Let's see here. I put this trade on yesterday. It's a call debit spread. I typically don't do debit spreads personally. So, but you know, the so sorry. It is a Netflix 490 510 put. Sorry, call debit spread. So I'm bullish on it. If it hits 510, I will make by expiration. That's the January 22 expiration. I will make about $13,000. I paid, you see here, I paid $769 for it. It's a point wide, so I'll make just over 12,300 in profit by expiration. But I'm not waiting till expiration on this. My plan is the Netflix reports earnings next Tuesday after the bell. They report earnings. So my plan is to get rid of this sometime Friday, maybe Monday if I hit. My plan is to. I would like to get an I would like to get 100%, but anywhere from 50 to 100% return on my capital is what I'm necessarily looking for. Um, let's kind of go through my list here today. So the only loser I have on the board is Tesla. Always Tesla. That looks like the only loser today. American Airlines is up. Apple is. These are so Apple right here is just decaying. Honestly, as long as it stays between 123 and 136, and let's just bring it up onto the risk graph so you guys can see what am I looking at here. So you'll see in the risk graph right here, we are pretty much equidistant. You'll see here the green bar, sorry, the green bar tells us that, hey, this is your profit zone by expiration. So as long as Apple sits between these numbers, the 130 right here, the 136 and the 123, you're going to collect $2,200 in profit, and that's by expiration. So this is a very neutral trade, and you can see here because I am pretty much equal distance. You'll see my delta is 1.36 on 20 contracts, which is what we're looking to accomplish. That's what I was looking to accomplish in this trade. My booking trade is looking decent. I put it on a strangle here, so um, I'll see if I want to start to take profit on that. I mean, it's taking quite a bit of margin for me, so um, let's see what comes of it. I'm now just getting into the profits on my Tesla strangle. It's not going to be a lot today. You'll see Friday. Actually, Friday is going to be a great. It ought to be a great day because it's an expiration day. So, but today is our monthly expiration. So the monthly expirations are a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking to use? They're a lot more volatile. That volatility is extremely high during those months. Sorry, during those days, and you see, man, I didn't get a fill on the strangle, and it's already up 11 cents. So I'm going to probably go ahead and cancel that. I highly doubt I'll get filled on that one. Let me just release some buying power. Meanwhile, let me take a look at Intel right now. Intel is still up 8%. Might want to do something on it. Might want to do. Let's see what we get. Let's see here. Let's see what we get on Intel right now. If I do a 2-point wide spread, let's see if I can find. This is 23 cents. Yeah. I go up one. Let's see. 35 cents costs you. Let's see. I don't really necessarily like this trade, but because the IV is so low, IV rank is 30.6, which is what you would want to do in a trade, but $25 to make 250 cost you $238. Uh, let me see here. Uh, Let's see. Give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna do a trade in one of my other accounts. I gotta roll down some calls. I gotta roll down some calls right now. Let's see if I get filled on this. Yep, got filled on it. Let's see here. What's it say? Let's see here. Oh, and you know what? We got Mandeep. Mandeep, what's up? What's happening?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Hey, Amneet.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. How's it going? How's the market looking?
You know, it's looking good so far. Um, it looks like I'll probably get filled on my Tesla strangle that I sold in the morning or at the open. It's almost there. I have a $9 price target, a $9 fill. It's at 9.12. So let's see. Oh, Tesla just went negative for the day. So
Yeah, I see
yeah,
that. I see that.
yeah. So uh, it is almost there. 9.5 now. I mean, I'm half tempted to like, hey, maybe maybe I should maybe I should lower it down. It's at 9.02. But now it's below 9, so I should get filled now any minute on that. And there you go, got filled. 660 in the books, guys. 660 in the books. And now I have some money to play with. Let's see here. Let me see. I was trying to do a Neo trade, but I didn't get filled on it. So whatever. What can you do? So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I was going for 99 cents, and it came down. It already indicates so fast. Like it was at 88 something cents. So I couldn't. At that point, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get it. So basically, what I'm attacking in this scenario is it's very simple. I am a give me one second. Let me just take a look at my my other account, see how that's coming along. Uh, let's see. This other one is starting to decay, so I'm probably going to exit this trade right now. All right, they're both in the positive now.
Zoom had a nice pop in the morning.
Yeah, Zoom did, right? I told you. You know what happened was the Kramer came out and said, "Hey, the don't fall asleep on Zoom." Like I'm still bullish on Zoom, so you know
Uh,
anything Kramer says is religion, my friend. So yeah, it is for him. People swear by what he says. So and you know what, Kramer is Kramer. Like he's a he's a smart dude. You know uh, he's a smart dude. and people look up after him, especially the retail investors. They they love him. They love him. Those guys have made a lot of money following him. So Nicola's above 20. It's
Oh
surprising,
wow.
huh? Yeah. Although my Netflix trade, remember that call debit spread I did? I'm
Mm-hmm.
already I'm already up 1265 on it. I'm up
Oh wow.
600, yeah, today on that. I don't know how long that will last, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take what we can get from it. Let me see here. Moderna. It's down 2% right now, but so I have a 126 call on it. So yesterday it popped, so I was like, oh, I'm worried, like what will happen? But 126 is the strike, so it looks like
You sold the
I'll
call
be,
against Moderna?
I'll, yeah, but it's a poor man's covered call, so I own a leap actually against it, and I own a leap, so I'm just trying to collect premium on a day in day out basis on this. So, and then I actually have an 85 call. I have an 85 put. Sorry, I have an 85 put on Moderna. So whatever. Not a, it's not a big deal per se. Let me see here where we are. The market looks pretty okay. Looks pretty okay right now. There's nothing too crazy happening, I guess. No,
Mm-hmm.
Lemonade is the one that's going crazy. That one's up 7.5%. I don't understand what's up with Lemonade. This stock makes no sense. Makes no sense. Uh, uh, I may. I'll see if it breaks this 190 mark. I might need to buy the equity just to be as a protection, but I'll have to wait and see if it'll come down some points and see if look at that. Netflix is broke above 500. Yeah,
I just saw that.
yeah, it just broke that. Um, let's see here. Let me look at my my Tesla trade, see how that's coming along. The puts are in the green, the calls are in the green. Um, Life doesn't get any better than that, huh? When when everything is in the green on it, but
Well, Apple's
yeah,
ripping. Good news.
Apple is, yeah. Let's see if they break 130. Yep, then there you go, broke 130. Um, see if we see if there's something great about Apple. It always finds a way, finds a way to go up. Um, it's one of those stocks like it's just slow burn, right? Just like slowly churning. I was looking at this Apple for like next week to do an iron condor.
Uh-huh.
Um, and let's see. Uh, and I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? This is the power of really the power of like option trading. Is like if you even have low amount of capital, like you could sell a 15 delta uh, you could sell a 15 delta iron condor with 5 point wide spread. And let me just look at here what the 15 delta is on the 5 point wide. So 78 cents, and it'll cost you 422, $78 for next week's expiration. And let me just ramp this up to 20 contracts. Because if I do this on a, I think this can be like a consistent money maker for me. Well, I say consistency. You see here, it's at I paid 9,800 this for this iron condor originally. So 78 cents every, so 1560 every week on, you know, on an $8,500 capital. You know, that is like, let me just put that in the calculator because I just calculate, love to calculate that. Uh, yeah, uh, love to calculate that. Let's see here. So 78 cents over that is, you're looking at, uh, let me see, 1 second. Give me 1 second. Um, yeah, so 78 cents over, uh, sorry, 1580 over 8,500 is going to be 18% return on your money every single week. And of course, like you're not going to get that you may get it every week, you may not. Like let's say that big news comes out on Tesla and I'm sorry, on Apple, and Apple rips 5% in the day. So this strategy you will get, burned on that. But if you have enough capital to make the trade work, you can turn your you can turn a bad situation into a good situation. And you can make trades on top of the trades to cover up the potential loss. So there's that, like, you're working on managing those trades. Um, uh, let's see. Yeah, let's see here. Oh wow, I'm up relatively nicely uh, on on I'm up relatively nicely on Netflix now. It's up to almost $2,000. Yeah. Let's look at. I'm not doing any SPX just yet, but although SPX hasn't moved much, let's look at SPX real quick. Let's see what we can do on SPX. We get 30 cent. Yeah, there's no clear picture. See where I get filled on this, 35 cents. Sorry. Let's see here. Let's take a look at my working order. I'm gonna bring this down 30 cents. See if we can get filled on that one. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Let me take a look at my Tesla trade. Doing what it needs to do, I guess. Mandeep, you back?
Yes.
Sir.
What's going on?
We miss you so much.
Thank you.
Nothing. I put on the SPX trade. I don't know if I'll get filled on it. I have no idea. We'll see. We will see. Iron Condor. I was saying my Netflix trade.
Netflix is looking good, dude. I put one on for my brother yesterday. He's just a couple contracts. He's up too.
Yeah. I mean, this is not bad, sometimes it pays to, sometimes it pays to just go directional. I don't typically do.
That's the good thing about debit spreads. I mean, you don't have to worry about time decay, and you're entering in a pretty good price. So
yeah, you're right. There's no time. I mean, time decay isn't a big factor. If you buy it in low volatility times, and wait, that's another thing we don't really talk about, but with a pop and vol, that increases the extrinsic value in there, which helps your option prices. So when I sold this yesterday, the IV rank on Netflix was about 20, now it's at 26. You can see the volatility just helps the option prices. You're basically paying for you pay for volatility is what the idea is. And what we do as traders is we sell volatility, for the most part. I'm looking at my Shopify. I'd rolled some calls, and I can't seem to figure out how much did I sell those calls for. So I sold them for 1170. I'm still down on those. Still down on those contracts. Let's see here. Let's see what we're doing. I rolled down some calls on American Airlines. Yeah.
Oh wow, Tesla's is dropping.
Oh yeah! Wow.
It's good to see. Finally,
yeah.
got some short positions.
Yeah, I mean we're both short Tesla,
Yeah.
on it. So I needed her to come down quite a bit, actually.
Another 200 points should be good.
Another 200 points should be good. I'm gonna roll down my calls on Boeing just a tinge. I have an iron condor on, so I'm going to roll down. Sorry, what did I do? Did I do a 5-point wide? Yeah, I did a 5-point wide. This is going to give me another $680 if it stays below 215. So let's see if I get filled on this. It's going to be a pretty tight 200, 215 call debit spread. I'm sorry, iron condors, sorry. And let me see if I roll this out. I'll get 68-cent credit if I roll it out another week. The put side. I may be inclined to do something like that, where I roll this out a little bit, and then I open up another, like, because I'm already up on it. I'm already up on this iron condor. So here's that. Let me ask you a question. So here's my my Boeing trade. Okay, so I have a 200, a triple 250, 220 250 on the call side, 5-point wide spread, iron condor. So 200 is my short put, 220 250 is my short call. So I'm overall positive on it. Boeing's at 205.16, so it's very close to the call side. Sorry, it's very close to the put side. My plan, I think, is I'm already profitable on this trade. My plan is to roll down the calls to get 16-cent extra credit. Right now, mid price is showing 15 cents. But then on top of that, I'm thinking maybe it's prudent of me to book the profit that I have right now, roll it, get 72 cents, roll it to the forward to the next week for 72-cent credit, the 200 puts, and then open up another iron condor. I mean, because 200 is like a big number for us, right? It's a pretty big number for the traders. Let's see here.
So you're not going to roll down for this week?
I am going to roll down for this week. Maybe what I do is I roll this 200 195 put to the following week. See, I'm getting 76 cents. If I can. Well, now it's showing 70 cents. I roll it, and then I open up another put credit spread right now at a lower strike expiring this week.
Yeah, sounds good.
Did I confuse you? I feel like I confused you a little bit.
No, you're gonna roll it down to 215 the calls, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll down the calls to 215. Let's see if I get filled on this. Let's see if I'm gonna roll the 200 195s.
Again, yeah, you're gonna reopen it for next week again.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna reopen it for next week, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna maybe open up a 190. Let's do a 195, 190. That's gonna bring in one. And that's gonna bring in. Let's see here. So I already have a trade already in. I was gonna bring in what, $440, I think. If I do
pretty solid.
Yeah, it seems pretty solid. So basically I'm just gonna roll forward those. Although, like, I've already rolled this contract the week prior to it, and it just like you keep rolling it. There she goes.
What's
that? My roll down on.
It's like a machine gun.
Yeah, the machine gun going. Let's see here. Right? It was just like one after another, like tick, 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 like uh, what and now I'm just waiting for my roll for my roll on Boeing. Let's see here. Although I feel like it'd probably stay above 200, but you just never know, especially with the week it's been having,
Mhm.
So you just never know. Let's see here. Uh, Seems like a decent day today. Seems like a decent day. Uh,
You jump in on SPX?
yeah, I did put a SPX trade on. It's pretty tight, in my opinion, but what did I do with SPX? My short strike is 37.45, so
Oh,
about
that's
50
fine.
points. Yeah, you all say it's
I
fine.
think the expected move is pretty flat today. So it should be fine.
Yeah, the expected move, yes, it is pretty flat today. Um, I got a 30-cent fill, so which is I sold 9 contracts, which is 9 contract. That's 270 in in, in potential money. So let's see what I get. Um, I'm not expecting a lot. Let's just say that.
Mhm.
I'm not uh I'm not gonna be expecting much out of today. Let's see here. We are now see so what the last couple of days is but closed at 3,800, right? Is that what you kind of
Yeah,
like
it's been at
mentioned?
this. So it's been in this mark for like a couple days now. 3,800
Yeah,
bucks.
which is kind of a scary thought because in my opinion, I think that's probably bad news for the marketplace. Like either this is gonna go either one way or the other. It's gonna go up or it's gonna come down.
Oh yeah.
So when it right, yes, I know, right? I know what you're gonna say to me. It's like, yeah, no, you're right, yeah,
But people are. There's all this news about correction happening soon. I don't know. It's going to be
you
very,
know,
very interesting.
you know, I have been hearing the same thing, and I look. If you say it enough times, it'll happen. You know what I mean? Like
It'll
it's
eventually
bound
happen.
to happen. It'll eventually happen, right? It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Mm.
He cried 3 4 times, and then when the fifth time he cried, and there was actually a wolf, and he got bit. So that's
I think
basically
I think after Biden comes in president, I mean there is going to be initial hype, but then when things calm down, that's when the market takes over.
yeah. I think
So,
the one thing you got to really pay attention to is what you really got to pay attention to in the couple couple of weeks or so is that is his first 100 days are super important. The thing is, the marketplace has I mean, sorry, the government is Biden, Democrat, Biden, Democrat. Sorry, I'm getting a fill on my on my Boeing roll. Uh, so Biden's Democrat, Senate is Democrat, and then the House of Representatives Democrat. So like we haven't seen a marketplace, we haven't seen a government, with all three parties, all three governments in in blue or red, in quite a while. I can't remember the last time the House of Representatives were Republican. So it it is a pretty much going to be a blue state. So he's going to get his way around government relatively easy. If he wants some type of initiative, he is going to get that. He's going to get that passed relatively quickly.
Mhm.
He's a, he has, you know, his thing is like he wants to add corporate taxes, higher taxes for the rich. Um, you know, I remember reading a statistic somewhere, or maybe it was like maybe there's some truth to it, maybe there isn't, maybe it was just out of it. But I think the top 10% of Americans pay for 90% of the taxes, something like that. Like I heard, I think my dad might have said it to me or something like that. But it makes sense, right? Like, you know, the top 10% pays for 90% of the taxes that we receive. So it's like, not to say that it's not not a bad thing, you know.
Mm.
I'm not in the top 10%, you know, but if I was, of course, now you're gonna keep taxing the rich. So the market's gonna somehow gonna give that an issue. The other thing I wanted to kind of mention was, um, but the other thing is like the stimulus, right? So they he's talking about $2,000 direct payments. Yeah, he's talking about that. He's talking about having a bigger package, a low student debt forgiveness. I mean, that's something big. That's a big thing that we don't really talk about, the student debt. From going to school. Uh, our generation, Mandeep and I generation, has kind of like we've been fortunate. I've been fortunate. I know Mandeep, I think, is probably in the same boat as I am. Like we had our tuition paid for, um, and we got out, with no loans. Uh, but most of the Americans, most of the guys who went to school, they end up with some type of student loan. Um, and it's really been a handicap on our, like, it's been a handicap to our generation. You compare the generation of my parents, the generations before us, they all own homes. They all, like, this is more of a social conversation now. We're not really talking about stock market, but it is a conversation we should always be talking about. But like the with the loans and stuff like that, it's been a handicap for our ability to grow. Financial literacy isn't taught day in, day out. Um, it the the school system teaches us to be a good employee. It doesn't teach us about money. Um, and with money brings freedom, right? It brings you the opportunity to do other things with your time. We have such a limited time in this world. And Mandeep agrees with this. He agrees that we have such a limited time in this world. Why are we working day in and day out for somebody or for someone who doesn't? We're not maximizing it. We're not maximizing our time here. So why we are doing this trading session is really, really important. At least these live trading sessions is to be able to achieve that, right? You come in, like I think I have the best job in the world. I sit in front of a computer, I get to talk to you guys, uh, and then I get to make money doing it, right? I get to make money trading every day. I'm up at 4, every morning, and then I'm done by 1 o'clock. I'm done by 1 o'clock. No, my brain doesn't stop at 1 o'clock. I always think I have a more or less an addiction to the market.
Mm,
I'm always
mm.
thinking about it. How do I strategize? How do I, refine my skills? It's the my favorite basketball player is Kobe Bryant, right? And it's all about the mama mentality, right? So like for me, it's always the mentality of like, hey, how do I refine my craft? How do I become better at it? So I'm always thinking about it after it closes. But that being said, the for me, like, how do I think, how do I um like for me personally, I think the the marketplace allows me the freedom to, work from home. Yeah, it allows me to make it's scalable, very much scalable. You know, I could turn $100 into $100,000 over time. Whereas if you work a job, you'll get three to maybe 2 to 3% increase a year. If you do really well, you may go up the corporate ladder, but you can't compound. If you're like, I'm looking for 10% a month in growth, how am I compounding that money? If 10% a month in 1 year is 300% compounded, so your $100 becomes $400 in 1 year. So like that's the power of that's the power of compound interest. So I mean, I guess I'm Mandeep, you have anything to kind of add to what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean, me and you, we both come from business backgrounds. We believe in um, the sky's the limit. We can, there's more we can earn working for ourselves than in a job. So this market allows you to do that. Even if you have a job, we're not saying, quit your job or anything, but it's always good to have extra options available for you to make money. And the market, the strategy we employ allow you to do that. And it doesn't take much time as well. You just have to put in a couple of trades in the morning, 1 or 2 hours, and that's it. You're good. So it's always good to have an open mind. Other ways to make money, and not to be scared. One thing people say about the market is it's a gamble. It's not going to work out. You're going to lose all your money. Yes and no. If you know what you're doing, then you're not going to lose your money there. You know.
yeah,
So
it pays to be educated. Let's just say, right, Mandeep, it pays
yeah,
to to be educated in the marketplace.
yeah,
The market really, and just like anything, right? If you told me and you said like, hey, Amneet, but go become a doctor, right? Uh, First off, I wouldn't know left to right, like, oh yeah, you look like you're sick. Yeah, sure. What medicine would I give you? I'm not licensed to do it. Right? Those guys have, I wouldn't say those guys, doctors themselves have had decades of studying and practicing. Why is it called the practice? Because every time they go in, they're learning something new. What they were. I remember I was talking to a family friend, who was a doctor, and he was reading a couple of books, and like anything, he has to refine his craft. And for us, this is our craft. This is we're teaching ourselves every single day. Like it improves our decision making as becoming an option trader or becoming a stock trader. Your decision making is so much more clear. Once you understand what you're doing, your decision making, and that actually helps in your life too, right? That's kind of what we forget
mhm.
about, is like the decision making that goes into every single day. Um, so I'm a firm believer in if you're gonna do this, you know, start off slowly, understand what you want to do. Start off with a smaller account, but make it your passion. Like if that's what if you really want to do it, like make it your passion. And that I think is what's going to separate you and, most of the people who fail. I saw an article 90% of the time. Uh, I think there was a 90 rule. I think it was something like that. Like 90% of traders fail in trading because they lose 90% of their um, 90% of their money, something like that. I saw it somewhere. I wish I could put that article up and then put it up. I'll find it. I'll find it and put it up in the group. But it's just this mentality. Really, it's really what it is like you got to keep educating yourself. When you asked me, a couple of years ago, anything about options, I couldn't tell you left to right. You asked me today, it's there's so many. There's thousands of strategies to deploy. There's no one right strategy. There's no one, or there's no right strategy, there's no wrong strategy. There's multiple ways of making money. And you can see in my portfolio. Our portfolio is a great example of how we make money. There's not one strategy, there's not one strategy. Anyways, I think, we are heading into 1 hour mark now, 7:25. Let's start talking at 6:25. Mandeep, do you see anything that you will kind of want to attack today? I mean, it's a Wednesday. It's a little bit slow for us. Friday is a busy day typically.
Mm-hmm. I think we've nailed everything that we had to.
Yeah,
That was on our list.
Let's come back on tomorrow, and then we'll make a list tomorrow on trade that we're gonna put on Friday. And Friday is a big day because that's gonna set us up for the following week, and that's gonna set us up.
It's expiration week this Friday. Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
very
That's right.
interesting.
That's right. Yeah, it is expiration week this Friday. We're gonna see a lot of volatility in the morning. Let's just say, like, I'm sorry, in the by the close, the last hours is gonna be pretty crazy because there's so many contracts that are gonna be expiring. It's not triple witching, which is a good thing, or it's not quadruple witching. I don't believe it is. I could be wrong.
No, quadruple. I mean, wasn't it? It was in September. It might be. It might be.
December was quad witching, right? Let me see what I gotta look at it.
I remember it was in September. So October.
Yeah,
December.
maybe.
Yeah. So it was then December. Then probably not till March.
Yeah. Yeah. So March is the next one, and triple witching. So you see, like March, there's always a sell off, and typically there's our worst months have been like in March and September, right? Which coincides with, I believe, Black Monday, which was in the 87, was in September. I want to say it was. Oh, there's a fill I got. I got filled. Finally got filled on it. That was in September, I believe. But I don't. I could be wrong. When was Black Monday? I guess I could look. Oh, it was in October. But the March sell-off was right. The low point was basically the Monday or the Tuesday after triple witching. That was like the bottom of the March sell-off, which was a couple of days after the triple witching or quadruple witching. So these things do matter. Like, these things, they end up accentuating the marketplace. But anyways, we are gonna go ahead and sign off for the day. Mandeep, my man, you keep it easy. Take it easy. Don't worry about the market. We're gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna come back stronger than ever, and you have a good day, man.
Sounds good, man. Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, thanks.